with Sloan, also known as Devil's Night, with the four-headed beast. What's up? My name is Rick Campanelli, and I can assure you there's a good possibility of you getting your socks rocked off by these guys. You guys ready to rock and roll? Oh, it's going to be fun. Please welcome Sloan.
Because this song is for people who know what rock and roll is about.
East Coast DNA is proud to present our audience with a preview of the documentary film 299 Queen Street West. Following its worldwide debut at South by Southwest 2023 in Austin and its sold-out Canadian premiere in Toronto, which set a box office record, the documentary feature 299 Queen Street West will screen in St. John, New Brunswick on Wednesday, October 18th, Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island on Tuesday, October 24th, and Halifax, Nova Scotia on Wednesday, October 25th. All screenings start at 7 p.m. Following each screening, there will be an interactive with iconic MuchMusic DJs and film director Sean Menard. Menard, a Toronto-based director, specializes in pop culture documentaries. His previous film, The Carter Effect, premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival and aired worldwide on Netflix. 299 Queen Street West is his third feature documentary. MuchMusic was more than just a channel broadcasting out of Toronto. It had viewers from coast to coast, said Menard. The energy of the crowds has been incredible so far, and I can't wait to showcase this film out east. I'll be bringing along MuchMusic DJs to join me on stage to interact with the crowd in a nostalgia-filled evening. It will be live and unscripted, exactly like MuchMusic was back in the day. DJs Rick the Temp Campanelli and Michael Williams will be part of the St. John event. Rick the Temp Campanelli and Erica M will be in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, and Rick the Temp Campanelli, Erica M, and Mike Campbell, former host of Much East, will be at the Halifax, Nova Scotia screening. With unprecedented access to the MuchMusic archives, the 2-hour feature will tell the origin story and meteoric rise of the seminal music and pop culture brand, highlighting its beginnings as a scrappy Canadian television upstart. 299 Queen Street West is narrated by some of the original trailblazing DJs, who at the time had no prior TV hosting experience, received no direction, there were no scripts, and it was broadcasted live across the country. The film showcases how MuchMusic's rise in popularity intersected with rap music entering the mainstream, the birth of grunge and alternative rock, and pop stars causing teenage hysteria at the iconic street-level studio. DJs and iconic personalities featured in the documentary include Steve Anthony, Rick Campanelli, Monica Deal, Denise DeLong, Erica M., Eugenie Kuwanka, Sookyin Lee, George Stroplopoulos, Bill Welichka, and Michael Williams. For more information, please visit 299queenstreetwest.com. The East Coast DNA audience is undoubtedly aware of the influences that MuchMusic would have had on the original vision that we had for our YouTube channel. I'd like to take this time now to thank everyone that's subscribed to date. If you have not subscribed already, you can just click the button right now while you're here on this YouTube channel. And thank you everyone for coming along with us for this little preview for the origins of MuchMusic in the 299 Queen Street West documentary film.
This week, if you have a cable converter, you've got MuchMusic in your home.
You'll see the MTV Video Awards with performances by Bryan Adams and Bon Jovi.
There's a different artist profile each day in the spotlight.
We've got some old classics on a Power Hour special.
Soul City has an exclusive on Freddie Jackson.
Plus, you'll find out how you can be a VJ.
Day in, day out, you've got MuchMusic in your home for free this week.
The idea was that the people you were going to see on air could be you sitting there on your couch in your living room watching the service.
MuchMusic was one of those stations on your television that it was automatic for me. Every time I had an opportunity to watch MuchMusic, I watched it. I knew about this contest, the temp contests. I would have done anything. I would have fetched coffee. I would have mopped the floors. I just wanted to be in MuchMusic, in that environment that I spent years watching on TV as a teenager. And I finally got my foot in the door by winning this contest. How fortunate am I to be entering this institution that I grew up watching? Now I'm here, now I'm a part of it, you know, as a contest winner, but I made sure I stuck around by doing what I could. I remember rewinding tapes. I was rewinding them to get them back to the beginning, the videos. Somebody had to do it. If you asked me if I was gonna become a VJ, I would have laughed. And I always dreamt about it, but I never took action. And that's the time where I started working on my demo tapes.
We're gonna check a video out. Let's go to a video. This is Free to Decide, right here on MuchMusic.
I thought of creative ways to actually handing in my demo tape to Denise, because basically Denise had the final word. I remember one day in the halls, I had a football. I cut the football, put my demo tape in there. I remember passing it to her in the halls, and she caught it. I go, look inside that football. They knew that I wanted the job as a VJ. It just took from the summer of '94 to the winter of '96 to actually get hired as a MuchMusic VJ.
Now, we are gonna be showing one of your favorite videos. But before we get to that, let's talk about other favorite things.
Okay.
For example, a favorite line from a song, like just a line, not necessarily your song, but any song. Has a line touched you? Has a line stayed with you?
Wow, that's a tough question.
It's a tough question? Does that help
Let's
you?
move on.
Okay.
I was terrible. I was so uncomfortable. I was lacking confidence. I'm a shy kid. I was the one to be put in front of a camera, in front of the nation. That's a different level.
My favorite album of all time?
Yes.
Well, I like Synchronicity. I don't know.
Synchronicity? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go to one of your videos now? Should we?
Probably.
Which one should we?
Oh, they'll pull us.
Which one? Bill's gonna come by with a cane.
By the way, who is Bill?
Bill Welichka's one of our VJs here.
I'm sorry.
He's a veteran.
Is he? But he wasn't here when I
Oh, I
was here.
shouldn't say that. No, he wasn't here when you were here. No,
No.
Bill started. Well, he was doing Outlaws and Heroes for a while.
Pardon me?
Outlaws and Heroes. Remember the country music videos?
I'm showing my, yeah.
I remember producers and Denise coming up to me after interviews that they had watched. That was the most terrible interview I've ever seen in my life. I remember those words. But those were good words, too, because it helped me prepare for the next interview.
I'll never break your heart. I'll never make you cry. I'd rather die than live without you. I'll give you all of me, honey, that's no lie.
The Backstreet Boys came to town, They're this American boy band from Orlando. Their manager put these 5 guys together, and there weren't a lot of people in the environment.
I'll give you all of me, honey, that's no lie.
The Backstreet Boys right here, first time. I'm really happy, I'm really excited because you were in Montreal for five nights in a row.
All over Quebec.
All over Quebec, and you sold out all these shows. What draws the French people to the Backstreet Boys?
Well, I think with our music, it started in Europe, and I think it came from France and the magazines and stuff, and that's how it came to Quebec first before it got everywhere else.
Exactly.
Because we've been so busy in Europe, we haven't even had a chance to promote in the United States yet, and that's what we're getting ready to do next.
It hasn't been released in the States yet?
Not yet.
I'm a new VJ. They're sort of like a new pop act. It wasn't like I was not taking it seriously, but I'm thinking, okay, how long is this gonna last? You know, how long is this band gonna be around for?
This is the new entertainment area. This is the control panel for MuchMusic, broadcasting across the country on the nation's music station 24 hours a day.
When the building first opened, every week, there was a whole contingent of folks from various countries around the world, the Japanese, the Americans, a bunch of European countries would come in to take a look at what this building was.
Moses's vision was bring these artists into our living movie. So when they walked in, they were like, what is going on here? We're doing the interview here in the middle of an office where the phone's ringing and people walking around. You know, like this is weird. But once the interview started and they found that the chaos helps them relax, they were just a little more real.
Now, when you go to a place like this, I mean, it's not just a physical thing. It's a mental rehabilitation in a big way. So what can someone tell you who is so addicted to something that gives you such pleasure in a way? What can they tell you that would make you stop?
As a kid from Manitoba, I spent a lot of my life feeling like an outsider. The very first time I walked into the building at 299 Queen Street West, it hit me like I need to be here. Within a few months of arriving, they asked me to do Electric Circus.
There weren't any studios. You did the shows inside of the workspace.
I realized at the beginning there was nothing that we wouldn't do or play.
There was no script, there was no direction, there was nothing like this in the world.
The very first time I walked into the building, it hit me like I need to be here.
I was this kid who was this huge fan. Now I'm here, now I'm a part of it. Just talking about it right now gives me goosebumps.
It was live TV, and as soon as that shot was over, it was halfway to Mars.
You could never be so far removed from the audience because they were right there looking at you.